Megan, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I am an avid thrifter. I love thrifting. It's kind of a hobby turned an obsession. Oh, I don't want to call it an obsession. It's borderline. Today, I am showing you some of my best thrifted items that I found in the past couple of weeks since my last thrift haul. And they're mostly fall items. Some are a little bit wintry because where I live, it is becoming winter very fast. Yesterday, it snowed and it's not even Thanksgiving. So that's sad. Some of you may be like, it snows since like October. Here, it's not supposed to snow till like Christmas time in my mind. So when it snows earlier than that, I get pretty sad. But I'm going to show you some of the cool things I have found that will hopefully transition me into the winter season, all of which is thrifted because that's all I wear is thrifted items, like today. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe wherever the subscribe button is. I don't know, YouTube is still new to me. I will be showing you a lot of different things that I found thrifting here in the coming weeks, especially Black Friday is coming, and for a good thrifter like me, Black Friday basically means going to thrift stores and Black Friday shopping. So I'll show you what I get when I go in a few weeks. Actually, this week. Oh no. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna get into the video and show you all of the thrifted goodness. Here's something I found. This is a big Nike crew. It has a little embroidered Nike patch on it. Well, not patch, Nike logo. This was $5.99, I believe. I love the look of it, especially old Nike stuff. I'm always really drawn to it and try to make it fit me. This is really big. I'll show you in the try on, but it's a little borderline too big, but you know, I'm gonna give it a chance, and if it really doesn't work out, I'll give it to someone else. The next item that I wanna show you is this super, super cool Reebok windbreaker that I found. I am obsessed with it. It looks like this. I can't see when I zoom it in, I just kind of hope for the best. I've definitely gotten different windbreakers in the past, but I've never actually worn them because I've realized that they're hard to actually pair outfits with, especially when they're very like extravagant color schemes and all the rest. So this I thought was really like subdued but super cool too because it is Reebok. So it definitely gives it a little bit more of a sportier vibes. Also, this Reebok was $4.99, I believe, from Goodwill. I'm excited about this and I'll show you it on. The next thing I found was this super cool jacket. When I first saw it on the rack, I thought it was this like vintage 70s vibe jacket, and I was so excited. And then when I looked at it up close, it in no way looks vintage. The orange is of the brightest of all oranges, and it's in like basically brand new shape. Also, the tag says Wild Fable, which is Target's like cool brand that they recently started selling. So it's not vintage at all. But I still think it's cool, so I got it. I just think it would be like a whole nother level of cool if it was actually vintage. I don't know if anyone watches That 70s Show, but I am a huge That 70s Show fan right now. And this is like Kelso to the max. If you know what I'm talking about, that's awesome. Here's this weird jacket thing that is not vintage at all. But I think kind of goes with anything. So what is a thrift haul without a good denim jacket? And recently I found another denim jacket at the thrift store. Honestly, anytime I see one that's like a men's style fit, I normally am drawn to just because the women's denim jackets either have like these weird like fits or they have like bling on them. I found this bad boy. Well, you can't really tell. I'll just show you it on. I also forgot to mention that the shirt that I'm actually wearing in this video is from the guys section of a thrift store, and it kind of resembles a Harley tee, and basically anytime that I find any kind of motorcycle shirt that looks like it's Harley Davidson or any of the other brands, I always love to try those on because they can be super cool. So highly recommend men's t-shirt section. You will most likely find some form of motorcycle tee. Initially, I was going to pair this jacket with a pair of jeans, but then as I looked at it more with the combos, I didn't like the way that the colors matched because this particular denim I don't have the exact color of, so I didn't like the way that it looked, so instead I just paired it with some black skinny jeans and some boots. And it was only $5, so a denim jacket for $5, always a win. The next shirt I want to show you is kind of a record for me, or like a big deal, because I never shop in the women's shirt section, ever. But I did like a couple days ago and I found this cute little shirt. I just paired this little t-shirt with some Levi's and some big white shoes. Also, this was like $2.99, I think, so not bad at all. When I was in the women's section, I found one other shirt, and I know this doesn't really sound like a big deal, but I do not shop in the women's section, so to me, all of these shirts are a big deal, but it's this cute little velvet shirt. It has a really wide, like, neckline, almost over the shoulder, but not quite. But I just think this is a super, super cool on-trend piece, so I'll show you that on.
Looks like this.
The next sweatshirt I found is, I'm so excited about it. It looks like this. It says University Basics. It's missing an arm because I was just wearing it. If you follow me on Instagram, which I'll link below, I've worn this several times, so you probably already know this sweatshirt. It has a very weird color. I want to say it's cream or like an ivory, but it's almost not. It's almost like a banana yellow. I don't know. It's very interesting. I'll show you up close, but that's the logo. It's just really old school, but I can't even really pin how old school it is or where the heck this thing came from. Like, what the heck is the University of Basics? Not a real university, obviously. It was $5. Here's it on. It's like just slouchy enough, but it's not crazy big that like it just kind of swallows me whole either. Now this t-shirt is similar to the other sweatshirt that I found. It has a logo kind of similar like this. They're kind of like the university style logos. Like, I know basically every school sells t-shirts like this where it says the big university name and then, you know, has the little graphic and all the rest. I don't know if it has a specific name for these style of shirts, but I found 3 of them and I love them. This one just says Chambersburg, and then it has a little logo. It's talking about the state of Pennsylvania. Gotta represent PA. This thing, what I mainly like about it is how textured and how distressed it is. My favorite thing with old t-shirts are when they are super thin and super worn out. It was from a l.l.bean store, so this thing was super cheap, so I love it. Also, while I'm on the university tea kick, I found this bad boy also at a l.l.bean store. So rarely when I find university style tees like this do I find one that says Harvard, especially if it's actually legit vintage. A lot of times it'll be like a Forever 21 t-shirt or like a new logo t-shirt that they put Harvard or they put big schools, but this one is actually old school, so I think it's super, super sweet. It was way too big, so I had to cut the sleeves and the bottom. Basically I cropped it, but when you see on, it's not really all that cropped. It's just cropped enough to be a normal style t-shirt because this thing was like an XXL or something. Also, it was like $1. Now this wouldn't be a fall haul if I didn't show you some sweaters that I found, especially because in about 2 weeks this shouldn't really even be considered a fall haul anymore. So I like to call this a grandpa sweater, and if you're watching, hey Pop. This is my favorite type of sweater because they're so soft. They're typically oversized, obviously, because they're from the men's section, and they just always have really fun like patterns and textures. So this is a dark green one. I'll show you like this, but basically I'll just show you it on. Yeah, I just envision a grandpa wearing it. Nothing against grandpas because they are the best, but they have really soft sweaters too. Here's big slouchy grandpa sweater. My second grandpa sweater is what I like to call a grandpa golfing sweater. I think you'll see what I mean. The sweater looks like this. It has a couple buttons that I've only buttoned like one, and I don't know why, it just gives me like golfing vibes. And the part that I really loved, and the reason that I bought this sweater was actually because of the sleeves. So if you look really close, they look like this. But this little material like right in here is like a sock material, and I've never seen anything like that. So I just thought it was super interesting. So I bought it for $2. Okay, I'm cheating a little bit because I keep wearing the same pants, but I feel like a lot of these outfits work with like the same bottom half. But this is just that sweater, pocket, and then just these sneakers again. Also found in the men's sweater section was this Timberland half zip navy blue sweater, and it has the little Timberland logo up here. I think this was $3.99. What I did have to do is cut it because it was too big, but I will show you the before and the after now. Okay, so here is the Timberland sweater as is, uncropped, like it's about that long. So I'm trying to decide if I want to like cut it, and if so, where I want to cut it at, so let's see what happens. Okay, so I cut it, and basically it lays like right below the waistline for most of my jeans, so I think it works because I don't always have to tuck it in, but I can still wear it with high-waisted jeans and it won't look like too crazy or too long. Because it's fall/winter, you can go for a good old-fashioned turtleneck. And this one is inside out, I see. I've already worn it. It got cold, guys. It got really cold. I hate turtlenecks. Okay, I fixed it. So this is just a simple gray turtleneck. It looks like this. The fabric is soft, it's nice, it's cute. It does the job of a turtleneck. Honestly, younger Reagan would have never pictured herself purchasing turtlenecks of her own free will, because I have very violent memories of being forced to wear turtlenecks when I was younger and hating them with a passion. But yeah, I'm wearing them again because they're cute and they're warm, and then you don't have to wear a scarf. So it's a win-win. I hate scarves. Anyways, I found this for $3. You know, my favorite part of putting on a turtleneck is when you try to stick it over your face and then halfway down it gets stuck, and then you kind of panic because you're just stuck inside of a turtleneck. Just simple, but I think this is super comfy. So what is a fall/winter outfit if you don't have a good staple like a flannel in your closet? It's kind of a go-to because you can wear it with literally anything. I highly recommend, again, going in the guys section. There are so many flannel options, so you can really pick and choose what type of colors you'd be looking for, what type of fabric. Obviously, I search for that flannel fabric. So basically, I look at color and material as my guide of which ones I'm actually gonna pick out, because in the guys section, there's typically a huge row of flannels, so you just have to really be specific with what you're looking for. Also, I typically go for 1 or 2 sizes up from my normal size. That was also $2, so. I also found this little hat. You never know when you're gonna need a beanie. Also, I found this hat with tags attached, which gave me a little more confidence in purchasing a hat, because typically at a thrift store, I may not do that. It also reminds me of the Carhartt hats, which look like this. I'll show you, I have one. But this style of hat, if you are looking for a beanie like this, but maybe you don't want to get one from the thrift store, I found this Carhartt on Amazon from obviously the Carhartt dealer, but it was only $12, so it's really not a bad purchase. I have mixed emotions about beanies, but for the good of my ears and my face when I'm outside, I do wear them in the winter. So this is just the little beanie. It literally has no markings, no tags, no nothing, but it does the job. I went to the shoe section in hopes of finding some pair of shoes. Normally I strike out, but this one time I found a pair of bean boots in the thrift store in Goodwill. I mean, we're not even talking Plato's Closet or some of those where they're specifically curated to find like cuter pieces. Look at that. Real deal bean boots. I was shocked. So here are the bean boots. I'd probably wear this with like a big jacket or something over. Like I wouldn't just wear this as is, and I probably wouldn't wear this if my end location was somewhere indoors. So I actually decided to pair this outfit with this blazer that I got from the last thrifting haul video that I did. Basically, I think this kind of gives it a more complete look of like what it would look like if you were actually outside. Okay guys, now if I'm talking full disclosure here, I have not always been a big fan of bean boots, and I'm still not fully sold on them. So I did buy them obviously because they were, I think, $12.99. Yeah, $12.99, so they're a really good deal. And they're really in great shape. But yeah, I don't know. I've had an interesting relationship with bean boots in the past. By relationship, I mean when I look at them and see them on somebody else, I'm like, I kind of like them, I kind of don't. I don't know. With my particular style, it doesn't really match the things that I like to wear. I'm trying to get myself to become a fan of bean boots because they are so practical, especially in the area of the world where I live. So now it's going to be a little bit of a learning process to find good outfits. So I'll keep you posted. Maybe you'll see me wearing them and you'll be like, hey, she finally figured it out. Or maybe you'll find them on my Poshmark. I'm not sure yet. So I found an interesting pair of pants, and I wanted to show them because they are corduroy, which I know is really in right now. I love the style. I think it's super comfortable, super soft. But I realized once I purchased them that they're a lot harder to style than I would have anticipated because they are boot cut and not really skinny jeans, which is normally how I wear things. So it's really testing me creatively, trying to figure out a way to wear these. These were $4.99, but I'll show you the way that I figured out how to wear them. I don't know how I feel about this outfit, but you can see and decide for yourself. They just have like the Ralph Lauren patch, and they look like this. The sun is not my friend today. I don't know what to do about it. Okay, so I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about in today's thrift haul. If you liked this, please subscribe, please like, comment below, all of the things. I'll be bringing you along soon on my next thrifting adventure because I am going Black Friday shopping for thrifting, and I'm going to take you along so you can experience the full day with me without having to, you know, be tired and get out of bed early and all of those things that make Black Friday kind of awful. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Enjoy the holiday with your families, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys!